Hi, it's Rach from Spiritual and Angelic Guidance. I'm here to do a reading for Libra. Now, I'm doing a bonus read for the middle of June. So, just because I can. So, I hope you enjoy. Take it if it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. And remember, time can be fluid, energy can be vice versa. So, I'm using a different deck. I'm using the Clarifying Life Situations, which I haven't used for you guys yet. So, let's see what information we can get. Middle of June for Libra. Okay, tell me about Libra, middle of June. They all want to jump out. Come on. Walking unscathed. You're fortunate. You are fortunate. Oh, you are fortunate. Trap was laid out for you, but you were too smart to fall for it. Interesting. Stop and reflect. Pause in your journey to appreciate how far you've come and where you're headed. Tell me more. Stand strong. With defense as your shield, find strength in preservation, guarding what matters most. So it looks like from the first card, you walked away, or you walked away with, as it says, unscathed. But there was something that you should have, could have protected, but you chose not to. But it's telling you to stop and reflect. You also, I feel like you don't want to, you don't want to kind of sit there and have to reflect and do that introspection and contemplation and all those things. You just want to move on, not think about what happened or what you should have done, could have, would have, whatever. But you feel like you walked away unscathed. But it's telling you maybe you needed to reflect, or maybe you need to reflect on that because there was something that you should have protected. You've got stand strong with the defense as your shield, but you've also got shield of resilience. That was in reverse. So it's like, stand strong that you, in the end, you have free will. You made that choice to not do what maybe you could have, should have done. So now it's like, well, you've got to stand strong. You might not feel like you're very resilient, but you are. You've got rising flames. Let your passion guide you to the fulfilling purpose meant for you. The in reverse is ignite your soul. You need to find what it is that actually makes you feel alive, makes you feel like you're here for that reason. Tell me more about that other situation. Seed of potential, making fast progress. It's like it's like walking away, right? It's like you're done. You're going to be making fast progress, but you need to make sure you do it with courage and determination. Don't just charge ahead, really kind of think about what needs to happen and then do it. You've also got the seed of potential, which says, it's supposed to be plant the seed of potential and nurture its sprouting promise with your attention and care. whatever happened though, it's like it was there to help you grow. And yeah, I feel like you need to have faith, but start planting the seeds of whatever it is you do want and then make progress. It does say on the bottom, wise counsel, and you are going to be getting some answers. And there's going to be a planning phase. You need to be careful about, though, who you're actually getting advice from. Make sure you actually have an open heart when they tell you their advice, from whoever that is that you trust. So the answers are going to unfold, so you need to keep your mind open, be willing to learn from this experience. But you also, as I said, there needs to be that open heart, because otherwise you're not going to make a change, are you? You're not going to bring, like, so say the answers unfold and you need to make some sort of changes. Are you going to? Because that means you have to transform. And as I said, you are going to have to make a plan. So it tells you to take a step back and plan. Make sure you know, to help bring your goals into reality, you need to have a plan. How's that going to happen? And then in reverse is plan wisely. So yeah, like pretty much just really think about what it is you want. All right, let's get some tarot. Find out some more information for Libra. And it's funny because the Seven of Cups just went to fly out, which is exactly the same card we just had about thrive, this seed of potential. It's exactly the same. It's like whatever efforts and investments that you put in will be rewarded in the future. And it's also a time for resting and planning for the future. So I feel like this card, as much as it was just about to jump out, is so relevant to exactly what we've just been saying, or what I've just been saying. All right, tell me more about Libra, middle of June. Okay, what does Libra need to know? Oh, I might need one more. An outcome. All right. You might need to speak your truth, because I got a bit of a frog in my throat. So to me, that normally says you need to speak your truth. There's something you need to say. All right, so on the table so far, we've got the King of Wands, the Knight of Swords, Four of Cups in reverse. Actually, sorry, Four of Swords in reverse, not Four of Cups, Four of Swords in reverse, the Three of Swords in reverse, and the Ten of Swords in reverse. And funny enough, swords, as I said, with my throat, swords are about communication and truth. So that's kind of why my throat's probably doing what it's doing. Because out of the 5 cards, 4 of them are swords. So there's something you need to be saying. All right. Let's start. So what I'm getting so far is you need to keep your eye on the big picture and also communicate that vision. Take back power in your own life. Like, I feel like you need to actually figure out what it is you want, as I said, the big picture, but actually it's like now it's your turn. So whatever this is you want, you need to communicate that. And it is going to happen quite quickly, which is what we said with the fast progress card. Don't just charge ahead though. So let's put all these cards here. So you got this card, which was talking about making fast progress, but not charging ahead. And that's exactly what the Knight is, because the Knight can be known to rush kind of in. Like, you know, you can see them, like, look on the horse, like, there they are, they're about to charge, you know, like, so, this person is very driven and focused about what it is they want. So, review your options. Really think, though, rather than going, okay, this is what I think in my heart, so therefore charge, like, let's go, I'm in. I'm charging ahead. It's telling you, no, wait. You need to have a plan. There needs to be a plan for whatever it is that you want. It's not going to end well unless you know what it is you want. You communicate, and then you actually really think about it before you rush in. Take the time. Take the time to just really think about what it is you want. You just want to like rush in. Like I said, charge, like you're in. And I just think there needs to be that thought process. I just got somebody here. Okay, I've got a few messages just then. The first one is there's someone in your life that wants to, like, kind of, okay, couple messages. The first one is somebody wants like a bit of a spotlight in your life. Like, they want to know that your attention is on them. Whatever that means, but somebody, I just got somebody wants that spotlight in your life. At the same time, I feel like this has to do with the you didn't protect. Like when you walked away or whatever happened there, I feel like it was like you, is what I get. Like, who cares? Is what it is next. But when you really think about the big picture, I feel like if you stop and reflect, you're going to realize, I kind of fucked up. It's like either you or you need to not be sensitive to criticism, or somebody else, maybe, you know, the person, like you should have done something, but instead you didn't. You listened to other people or whatever this was. Maybe you didn't communicate your big picture to other people, what it is you wanted. You don't think they would have coped so well with criticism, or you saying no, or you saying whatever you needed to say to the person, people, whatever. I want to get a card for that. Well, I know that. Well, there was definitely a lack of victory and success. I don't know if you just didn't have enough confidence to actually kind of speak your truth to whoever this person was. I feel like though the Justice card, this is your card. So for me, it could just be like you. There needs to be a truth from you. I feel like you feel like you were stuck in the middle between like a rock and a hard place. I don't know, just from looking at that. Um, there was like somebody felt very isolated, or that felt like you withdrew or wanted you to withdraw from somebody, wanted you to withdraw from somebody else, telling you there's not going to be any success, like, why are you bothering? But as I said, you didn't. All right. You didn't protect what this was because you feel like you were stuck in the middle, and also it was also because you didn't think someone would cope with being told no or back off or whatever. But it was like somebody was made to feel okay. Yeah, it was like you didn't want to make the decision, but there was definitely manipulation when it came to your love life. Okay, so you might have met somebody new after this as well. You really need to focus on your self-worth, and I feel like that the wheel's always turning, and maybe now it's time to kind of change the way things went when it came to your love life. I feel like you needed to, or you need to kind of change how that went, and maybe now is the time for you to like speak your truth, or you know. But as I said, there's something you need to think about. Don't just rush in. I feel like there needs to be some sort of there needs to be that thought process. Yeah, like take your time. Okay, wow. So something needs time, right? Something, it's like you're thinking about your future and you're like, okay, this is what I want. Now I'm ready to go. Like, let's go. I'm now taking back my power. You know, maybe I'm a bit scared, but I'm like, I'm doing this. This is my person. I'm doing this. And that's kind of how oh, my whole body's goosebumping. That's kind of like the feeling that I'm getting is it's like I'm ready. I'm ready. This person is my person. I'm ready. This was something that you see as maybe you didn't have any kind of direction, or you could have felt like it was a bit of a missed opportunity, but you do think about it and you realize that there was a firm foundation. But there's the same card that we're just about to read now. So, as I said, you need to really take that time. You need to take a break. You need to do some contemplation about what it is, how you're going to go about it, what it is you want. Do you really want that? Because you don't want to go, you know, chasing after somebody if that's not really how you feel. You got the universe, the world card. This could be you learning something or accomplishing something, achieving something. It can mean you're going to travel to this person because you realize this is your fulfillment. But you've got the same card, like we were just saying. I just had this card appear. You need to really think it through. Maybe you feel stuck as well, like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to go and travel and see this person and say my piece and whatever, whatever? You are going to have to stand strong, like it said, though, because there's going to be a lot of people trying to convince you otherwise, or that is not going to agree with this, and you've got to be okay with that. Like, in the end, it's about what you want. Okay, so this is where we were up to before I wanted to find out more about that. Now, with the Three of Swords in reverse, this is like forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving the other person, forgiving other people, whatever this is, right? But you need to also release the pain. The Moon and the Tower. You need to release the fear. Like, whatever this is that you, like, you don't want to let go of the past. Whatever you went through is going to help you grow. It needs to help you grow. Like, this has to change who you are, because obviously there was some reason why this ended. And it's like, it's telling you need to really do some work on you. With the Moon card, it's like releasing the fear. You're repressing a lot, like I said. You're not speaking your truth, which is exactly what I said at the beginning. 2222. This is about choices to do with relationships. Yeah. I feel like there's definitely going to be, with the Tower though, some personal transformation that needs to happen. Fearing a change. You always tried to, like, as I said, you were the pig in the middle, right? You tried to avoid conflict. You tried to avoid getting involved. You try to, like, not everyone's going to get along. I remember saying this to somebody in the past. Not everyone is going to get along. And, some people, there's just not many nice people in this world. Or some not very nice people in this world. And sometimes, people just don't get along. So I feel like, you need to really stand up for whatever it is you want. And if that's what you want, then that's what you needed to protect. And I feel like that didn't happen because it's in reverse. Then you've got the Ten of Swords in reverse. Resisting an ending. Don't really want it to be over, like, Cups. So, feeling very unfulfilled. Somebody feels very unfulfilled, or resisted the change, like I said, with wanting this to end. But somebody definitely has withdrawn here. Like, there's definitely somebody who has walked away. It's not that they don't think about you or you think about them or whoever this was. I'm sure that does happen. Look, even the 3 bottom cards, I mean, it's like, now is not the time. You're trapped in fear, but everything can work out okay. It just depends. You really need to really think this through. Be clear on what it is you want. because it looks like it's going to piss off some people. But look at this. You've got the seed of potential yet again. We talked about you planting, needing to plant your seeds with the other card, the seed of potential. Anything you do will help, which is part of you growing, part of you changing, part of you standing up for what it is you want. Whatever this is, right? From this read, this is what you need. Everything can work out okay. You can have this blossoming relationship, right? Where it will be amazing. Like, you got the Sun card, the best card in the deck. But it's going to come with a price. Because people are not going to like this. You don't want to have to make a decision, though. And that's because you don't have the confidence in yourself to do it. But yeah, that's what I mean. You might feel like at the moment you have some sort of lack of direction. You're like, this is what I want, but I don't know how to go about getting it. I don't know what to do from here. Like, you know, right? If this is your person, you've really got to think about what it is you want, your behavior, what you need to change so you can grow from this situation and be a better human being, be a better person for whoever it is that you didn't protect in the past. Like, because in the end, they just want peace. They just want love. They just want whatever. You need to have the strength to stand up for yourself. And that's pretty much what this whole reading is saying, is figure out what you want. That's not good. Sometimes things stop us from being who we want to be, and whether this is like this unhealthy attachment to people, or something toxic, or an addiction, or whatever, fear, doubt, people lying, like whatever this is, right? Sometimes this stops us being who we want to be, right? Even though you know that this is what you want, something is stopping you from going there. And it has to do with other people. It also has to do with you. You're not making this positive movement forward by actually making a change, accepting your fault in this, like accepting what needs to be changed and do it. You know, there was a lot of lies and secrecy. There was things hidden from this person. Whether it was other partnerships or whether you chose other people above this, all I know is that it broke your heart. Other people get in the way of your wishes being fulfilled. But you don't want to make the decision. As I said, it's like you let this people, person, whatever, get in the way of what it is you want and your happiness. Well, that's what I have for you. Libra, I hope that resonates. And yeah, there might be some things you really need to think about. As I said, contemplation really come from a place of intellect, not just heart, and not just emotion. But yeah, you need to find out what it is you want and stand strong on what it is you want. All right, well, thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you with the next read. Okay, bye.